All right. We tapped in. We live. Turn down the jazz music. We ain't going for no copyrights in this joint. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, YouTube? Not only YouTube, IMC Nation YouTube. All right. Let me properly introduce myself. I go by the name Master myself. I'm here tapped in. One sec. It's my car. My car like to be famous too. You know what I'm saying? We here tapped in, man. What an honor it is to tap in with you again. It's the one and only Master myself. I go by the name Master myself, coming from IMC Nation, Phoenix, Arizona. IMC Base 5. It's the fifth out of all bases within IMC Nation. All right. Right now I'm tapping in from a place I love to tap in from. It's called Tempe Town Lake. I've done one episode here before. And, of course, I'm in the car and whatnot. I got the windows down, things of that nature, just changing up the environment a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, sparking off, new insights, new revelations, things of that nature. All right. So first and foremost, know and understand that everything that I do and say here is done under the banner of entertainment. All right. So don't take what it is I say seriously. Number two, this is for adults and adults only. No kids in the room. If there are kids in the room, you've been warned because it's for adults, right? So what I say may be explicit. So if I say fuck, shit, cunt, but bitch, you know what I'm saying? Anything like that, you've been prepared. You've been warned, all right? I already told you, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Number three, do not break the laws and land you tuning in from wherever it is that you are. Be respectful, right? Just let's use common sense, right? Be respectful where it is that you are. Unless those laws are oppressing you, then you have the right to express yourself and fight back, so on and so forth. That's what we're going to talk about today. Expressing yourself. Because it's so more than okay to be expressing yourself. You should feel free to be you, right? So we're going to talk about that today. Number four, this is for adults, right? That means that you're responsible for your own actions, all right? So as you express yourself, take on a level of responsibility. Know and understand nobody else is going to take on the responsibility for yourself, right? You have to take on that responsibility. And number five, this is Master myself. I am Master myself. This is Master myself. I am Master myself, and this here is the Master's Table, right? So this is a collective mastermind group that I created literally 2 years ago, right? We've been the most consistent. We show up every single Monday. And for years, right? For years, I've had intentions of creating my own mastermind group and, being able to collaborate and build with other brothers. That's how we did the IMC Nation Base 5. That's how we've done many different ventures, right? That we've had. We've had events, you know what I'm saying? We're continuously building businesses and things of that nature, from behind the scenes. And yeah, there's a lot going on. You get what I'm saying? So essentially what I want to talk to you all about today, it's not going to be a very long episode, but it will be very, very rich in nature, very, very rich in content, very rich in contribution, if you will, right? The specific topic that I want to talk to you all about today is it's okay to express yourself. You see, I myself, as Master myself, at a point in time, had trouble. I had trouble expressing myself on a consistent basis, right? I was not the man that you see in front of you right now. You get what I'm saying? And of course, there's levels to this, right? I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I have it all figured out. I am saying I'm a man and I'm on a path. I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey of learning how to express myself the best way I know possible. How I put the puzzle pieces together for myself is these are steps that I can point you in the right direction. If you are a man, you're looking to express yourself. You're looking to get better at this thing called self-expression. You're looking to improve in the way that you express yourself and improve in the way that your lifestyle shows how you express yourself. Then you want to start to take steps on the path of your evolution. Meaning, if you want to be that person that is expressive, that you're free, you feel free to express yourself. You're going to want to take steps that allow you to line things up properly so that you can put yourself in the best position possible so that you can really express yourself. Because look, the world outside, right? Society, the way that you were raised, your parents, right? The religions that constructed the beliefs and the paradigms. Paradigms are what? A set of beliefs, a set of a way of thinking, a set programming, right? That's from within. All of those were constructed to work against you expressing yourself. Why? Why? That's the real question. Why have we been trained and programmed to not express ourselves at the level that we know that we can? Well, because what happens when you start to express yourself, right? What happens when you tap into your nature that allows you to truly express yourself, right? So let me, first and foremost, let me go ahead and send out the memo that I'm live now. Some people don't get the memo. Some people don't know any better. So I gotta spread the message. I gotta spread the good word. Master Myself is live right now. You feel me? Feeling free to be me is what I titled this on a Telegram, at least. All right, did my part. All praises. So each of us are faced with an opportunity every single day, once again, to look at this thing called life and see how can I improve the way that I express myself. Because why? Because once again, we've been trapped. We've been programmed to not express ourselves. What happens when a man expresses himself? What happens when the spirit learns to no longer just be impressed by its environment, but instead to express, to put out into the world, to put out into the universe, to put out into the ether? What happens? Well, I can tell you for sure, you start to open up new channels. You start to open up new realms and new realities, if you will, right? That you begin to tap into. But it takes a due diligence. It takes an understanding to know and understand, like, yo, when I do the work that's necessary to clear out whatever it is that I have inside of myself that I want to express, what do I mean by doing the work? That means, having the right processes, if you will, right? Like we have a daily process, daily routine that allows us to clear out all the negativity that we have within ourselves, right? Every single day we wake up, I say we, but essentially, I'm working to free myself from that. I'm not saying that I'm completely free, but I'm working to free myself from being constantly dwelling in this realm of negativity or toxicity, if you will. And oftentimes that comes from the feminine essence, the feminine energy, right? So recognizing that, witnessing that, right, we do the work of clearing out what it is that we need to clear out so that we can express ourselves ethically, purely, honestly, with integrity. You have an opportunity today to recognize that it's actually okay. It's more than okay, but we're going to start with the understanding that it's okay to express yourself. Because once again, you become quote unquote dangerous to the world, to your environment, when you begin to express your truth authentically. And what is your truth? How do you know what your truth is? Well, you figure it out as you continue to express yourself, as you continue to go through your process that you have every single day, where you clear out all the negativity, you clear out all the toxicity, once again, that's within you, all the darkness is within you. You do the work of clearing that out from the inside. You find a way to express it, to put it out, and then you do what? This is a practice that we are learning to express, to talk about more and more. It's something that I've been doing damn near my whole life, right? But connecting to my father, not my earthly father. My earthly father, of course, I have a connection with, very deep connection with. Let me show y'all a picture. We just sent me and my younger brother a picture. This is from this weekend. Right? My younger brother is right there in the middle next to me. Let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can see. Just look like a whole bunch of black people in there. It's not that many black people. But anyways, that's me with the helmet hair. You know what I'm saying? You can hardly see me. And man, let me turn up the brightness and see if that makes it any better. Sure it would. I also got glasses on, so maybe I'm just seeing darker. Man, they got the one where I'm kind of smiling. I don't like that. I was trying not to smile that much. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. So that's my father. He's the master in the middle. You know what I'm saying? That's my father right there. Right there. And that's my younger brother. And that's me, right? So we are, martial artists. And what I was saying was I have a connection, right? That's there, right, with my father, of course. And let me make sure I go ahead and respond to this. That's not the connection I'm talking about, right? There's that physical connection. There's that earthly connection, right? That we have. That some people I recognize. Some people don't have that connection. Some people do not have that interaction, right? To be able to connect to, right? So that makes what I'm talking about even more important. That you have a connection with your divine Father, your divine Creator, the one that came before you, the one that leads you in life. And when you connect to your Father, your divine Father, what happens is you begin to authentically learn that that connection is meant for you to be a channel. You're meant to be a vessel in that, in your correlation to life, right? I get that. Like when I'm speaking right now, I know I'm not speaking just for me. I'm speaking for my Creator. I'm speaking for God. I'm an expression of God, just as you are. You are an expression of God. So why, for whatever reason, have we been cultured? We've been programmed to hold in our communication. I'm telling you this as I'm going through the process of figuring out what's been wrong with me. Like, why have I not been expressing myself to the utmost degree, to the fullest degree? And even when I want to, like, I know what I have within me, and I only know when I can only see what it is I can see right now. But I recognize that, like, man, there's still layers of my communication. Like, I start to say something, and it's like, I got to say it this way, or whatever. It's not even a conscious thing. Most of the time, it's subconscious, right? But there is a withholding of the truth. There's a withholding of the authentic self. And so, why is that? That's the work that we gotta do, right? We have to know, first of all, we start with the understanding that, once again, like I said, it's more than okay to express yourself, but we got to start and understand it's okay. All is not gonna fall down when you start to express your truth. When you start to say, you know what, fuck Biden. Man, I can say that with so much truth. Fuck Joe Biden. That's not my president. I don't know what that is. That's a robot. That's a creature. That's something else. He's a pedophile. He's a freak. He's a I'm saying all this, I'm saying, without even knowing the man, first of all. So I say that with understanding that I know that I'm aware of that, but truly, the things that I have been able to perceive from the outside, man, fuck what that's all about, right? That the whole pedophile elite Hollywood movement, I am not with that. I'll tell you that much. Trust and believe. Oh man, any that came close to home, oh man, you're gonna see a whole nother version of not only Master myself, but I mean every other individual that's around me. Trust and believe. Everybody will be activated. If you're not activated, then we got a problem. You understand me? Like, because that's the tolerance that I refuse. You get what I'm saying? To be okay with. Like, oh man. Ah. See, and that's the part that I gotta work on in myself, right? I gotta learn to be able to handle that in the midst of it. Because I know when you are of an authority in this life, right? When you begin to take back the authority of your life as a man in the year 2023, when you begin to take on a responsibility and you say, you know what, I am capable of not only responding to life, but I'm capable of taking authority by expressing myself and doing so consistently and doing so authentically, as authentically as possible, right? You don't know how you're holding yourself back until you are in certain situations and circumstances, right? Like I've talked about in the past. Sometimes I get around certain individuals and I'm like, man, I don't feel like I can express myself completely, because it's like maybe I have withholds within me. Maybe I have something that's I don't want to offend them. I don't want them to feel some type of way. Well, that's the work I got to get through. That's the work that I got to grow through in order for me to really recognize what's available to me. So there's an authentic expression that's available to each and every single man that's here on this planet. And I can tell you authentically, once again, that the work of you as a man in 2023 is to figure out how you can authentically become the best version of yourself. And how you become the best version of yourself is you begin to express yourself. You got to find different ways, different mediums of how you express yourself. Now, one of my favorite ways to express myself is something that I haven't done in a very long time. Is to go to a basketball court and to go play, to go hoop. You know what I'm saying? To go tap in like that. Like to like I love playing defense, if you will, right? I love seeing things that other people can't see when I'm moving without the ball and things of that nature, right? These are different aspects I can know and I can tap into that I'm able to access that I know will help me to express myself in a different manner. The martial arts, right? I most recently have taken on a practice of going at least one time every single cycle after I haven't not had gone for literally probably like 2 years or a year and a half at least, right? Just showing up one time every single cycle, every single week, every single Saturday, that already has begun to change the way that I'm expressing myself. Why? Because I'm now putting myself in different situations, circumstances where I got to grow. Not only do I got to grow, I got to face the fact that, I don't want to show up. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But regardless of all of that, I have an opportunity today to express myself in that manner. You get what I'm saying? I go live every single day on YouTube. If you don't know about that, then let me tell you about it. It's called The Self Code, right? That's the name of my YouTube channel. So every single day, I go live as soon as possible, or as often as possible. Is what I mean, right? Some days, I'm overworked or whatever the case may be, so I may not get to it. But normally, literally for the last month and a half, I've been going live every single day, right? And so I'm learning that there's a whole nother realm to tap into when it comes to expressing yourself authentically when you're, of course, on camera. You get what I'm saying? But not only when you're on camera, when you're in front of other people, when you're speaking in front of other people, or speaking in front of a crowd, if you will. These are different realms of expressing yourself. Shout out to my brother Jose Ibarra, who's Lieutenant Guerrero in IMC Nation. He has a show on here on IMC TV that's called Prolific Expression. That man has authentically learned how to communicate and express himself through his channel. This here is a channel. This is one medium that I use to begin to express myself. We have several different mediums that we utilize all throughout every single cycle, right? And I say we, I mean all of IMC Nation. You may have a YouTube channel, you may have an Instagram, you may have a Twitter, you may have a Telegram, you may have your own program like I've been building out, right? Whatever medium it is that you use, these are different forms of expression, but you got to know and understand it's okay to express yourself. Not only is it okay, it's necessary that you express yourself. Because without your expression, do you exist? Let me ask you that question. Woo! Me. That's deep. Man. Without your expression, do you exist on this planet? Think about it. I know I exist because I continuously express myself, and I do it every single day. It's not easy committing to going live every single day. I'm going live on Zoom. I'm going live on YouTube. I'm going live on Instagram. I'm going live on this application called Hilly, right? I'm going live in many different manners, right? So me staying consistent with doing that, this allows me to begin to tap into a whole nother aspect of myself. And I know that when I'm expressing myself, there's layers to the way that I express myself, right? And there's this fake layer. There's this shield of communication. There's this veil that's in front of our communication oftentimes where, we're trying to be nice and we're trying to say the right things and say it the right way and so on and so forth. As a man, those layers of communication, I'm very clear on, thanks to ACD, my mentor, who's the founder of IMC Nation. He's coming out with his own podcast very soon, so y'all stand by for that. You know what I'm saying? Not his own podcast, but I mean, it's his podcast that he started way back when, that started all of the IMC Nation TV, you know, channels, if you will, right? This man is the originator. He's a creator, if you will. So look out for that. No Fucks Given podcast coming soon. Quick plug, right? But what I've learned from him is just that lack of expression, or that desire to not express, often comes from the training, or the home programming, right? That comes from the foundation of where we started from, which is our home, which is the paradigms that we grew up with. And so the fact of the matter is, you do not have to stay limited in your expression. You can express yourself, and the way that you express yourself is unique to you. You are one of the greatest artists in the world, and maybe you have, like one of my exes. I think about her right now. She had to be one of the most talented artists I had ever known. I literally think about her work, and I'm like, God damn, that shit was amazing. And I still, to this day, think she has no idea how talented she is. Like, no idea. No idea the effect that she can create with her art. But that is because she has failed, and this is as far as I know, you get what I'm saying? But she has failed to stay consistent in her expression. Oftentimes that's because she doesn't have a man to lead. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why she's my ex. You know what I'm saying? She didn't have a man to lead her. And that was, partially, well, let me take responsibility. It was my fault at the time that it was. You get what I'm saying? Now she's moved on, and I have no idea what's going on with her. But regardless, I know that the expression of the spirit is so essential. Like in the martial arts, and not just martial arts, but in my martial art, in Tong Soo Do, right? We have a way of expressing ourselves through our kiap. A kiap is what? It's a yell. It's a spiritual expression, a spiritual yell, right? I'm gonna give y'all a demonstration. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, because sometimes Zoom, if it sounds too much, you won't hear it. But I'll give you an expression. A kiap sounds like this, right? There's a deep level of expression there that comes from the depth of your soul, the depth of your beingness. That's one form of expression, right? So if I'm expressing myself that way, I'm allowing that channel to flow. One way to hack every single expression that you can ever think of or tap into will be to tell the truth, right? When you tell the truth, there's a flow. There's a releasing of the energy. There's a like I said, there's a flow. There's an energy pathway that comes through when you start to dispel the truth. And so what's the central theme of what it is that we're talking about here, what we're discussing? Well, you should feel free to be you. My desire is to help other people get to the point where they feel free to be themselves. Now, I have a specific process that I've been tapping into. It's called the AZD process, the origins process. You want to tap in and get the foundation of that in my mentors program. Is called Origins, right? That's within IMC Nation. That's like the cream of the crop. That's where you're gonna find the top level knowledge. You're gonna hear from himself. I mean, from AZD himself, and you'll get the processes. You'll hear from the guardians who live with AZD, and you'll get a whole world of experience. So you can plug in there, 100%. Let me tell you, if you cannot do that, if you cannot commit to that on that level, I have a program that you can tap into. It's at the price that it is right now. Extremely cheap. Why is it so cheap? Well, I'm just getting started. I'm building out the program. It's what we call a minimum viable product, right? It's the foundation of the empire that I'm building. And I've been building this empire for quite some time, at least 3 years, if not longer, right? In this empire, I have several books. I have an audio book. You get what I'm saying? I have affirmations track that are available on my personal YouTube, the Self Code. I have affirmations. You get what I'm saying? That you can utilize. These are the steps. These are the building blocks that I've been able to build, right? And the foundation of the building of this program, in which I'm tapping into right now, is called the Daily Beast, right? Now, why is it called the Daily Beast? Well, every single day we wake up, and the day that you wake up, you have a day to celebrate. You have a day to get in connection with God and say, thank you for today. How I thank God every single day is through my daily practices and my daily rituals. So the Daily Beast is a daily connection that I established with my creator that allows me to tap into the spiritual aspect, to the mental aspect, and the physical, of course. It allows me to change and transform my body, my mind, and my spirit every single day. When I was talking about handling the negativity so that you can express yourself, this is that process that allows you to do that, right? So you tap in early morning. We have morning streams, daily streams, 7 a.m. every single day. I go to the park, I tap in. I highly encourage you, if you come in and you tap in. Now the oh, let me finish what I was saying. I highly encourage you to go to the park, you know what I'm saying, tap in and establish that connection that you have with your creator, with your God. Do that every single day. And that's how you're going to witness the change that you can tap into, right? I recommend that when you go to the park, when you or when you tap in, when you do your daily beast process, to be outside. I highly recommend that, because what that does is that creates a different level of connection. There's many different aspects. I'll talk about it in the program, right? But essentially, there's a daily live stream that you can tap into every single day, and every single day is completely free. You can come tap in. The program in itself has instructions as to how to execute the calisthenics program, how to execute on the philosophy, how to execute on the spirituality, how to execute on the rituals and things of that nature that we tap into every single day. This is a process that I first founded and learned from my mentor, AZD. Now I'm creating my own program so that people can come tap in. The reason why I'm talking about it here is that I want to pass it on to you. I want you to be connected at the level that you can connect to so that you can begin to express yourself authentically. Because I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for this process in which I'm telling you about right now, I would not be able to come on here and express myself. I would not be able to host over 100 different episodes. I'm talking about literally, I think we're at like 110 right now, 120 or some shit, of different episodes of the Master's Table. How? What in the world? 100 plus episodes? I'm talking about episodes, epilogues. You see me at my highs, you see me at my lows. You see me at my highest expressions, you see me at my lowest expressions. You see me at different moments where I'm expressing myself completely. You see me at different moments where I'm trying to hold it together while I'm on camera, things of that nature. You get all the ends and in betweens. I've been documenting my process. And not only my process, but the process of other brothers that have grown within IMC Nation. You get to see the evolution of different characters when you tap into the Master's Table. That's what's available there. I'll leave a link below on this video so that you can tap in. Join the Master's Table, right? So not only do we have the Master's Table, we have a group that's called the Daily Disciples. Daily Disciples is where you plug in, you basically essentially start to speak your philosophy every single day, and you're working on your communication. You talk about your process, you talk about your philosophy, you talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. The Daily Beast has all of this in one, right? The Daily Beast is a program where you begin to speak your philosophy. You get to live on a process. You have certain rituals. You have certain things that you tap into every single day. We do journal entries, right? I give you daily coaching and accountability calls and videos, if you will. There's a whole program that I'm building, once again, step by step. There's instructional videos that guide you through the routines, right? This is a whole program. This is a whole bundle of information, not just information, but strategies. You get what I'm saying? Not just strategies, but also philosophies, spiritualities, techniques that you can put into application that can change your life and will change your life for the rest of time, right? But once again, these are different avenues that you can utilize to help you do what? To express yourself. It feels free. I mean, yes, it does feel free. I was gonna say it feels good to be able to express yourself, but it's a freedom of expression that you're after. I know that's what I'm after. That's what I'm seeking. I'm seeking to be able to express myself flawlessly in every single moment. And I know I've been able to do that more and more and more the more that I've been able to live stream and express myself around different brothers, express myself around different environments. You know what I'm saying? Put myself in situations and circumstances where I gotta grow. I gotta continuously flow. I gotta continuously know and understand, like, yo, I'm not here to be the same. I'm here to be extraordinary. So let me play my role. Let me be that vessel. Let me be the strength. Let me be that role model where other people can look to and see, oh man, this man is expressing himself. It's okay. Like, you got to know that people are impacted by the way that you express yourself. I know that for sure. Every time that I get on live, I express myself. Anytime that I'm on a call of some sort, and I start to express myself, I know I'm creating impacts on others. I know that I have an effect that I'm creating on others. And I know that because I'm a vessel for God. It's not about me. Your expression, like, we got to get out of our own way. Your expression is not about you. It's about how you can contribute to the greater picture. When I go live every single day, I'm not looking to see how can I talk more about me today. No, I'm talking about my process and what I've learned in my life so that somebody else can grow. So when you come tap in on the Self Code, my personal YouTube channel, you're going to get insights into my own life, but you're going to get insights into how you can begin to take action in your life and start to take steps in the right direction so that you have more certainty on your process. You have more clarity as to what it is that you're doing on a daily basis. You know, one thing I just realized I'm going to start doing is going through my personal book. I wrote a book called Purpose Over Pleasure. That's one book that I wrote. I have another book that's called Passion to Profit. I have another book that's called 10 Steps on How to Not Fail on Instagram. I forget what it was, but anyways, and I have intentions. I say intentions because I haven't started yet, but I am going to. Well, I have started. That's not true. I'm going to continuously spread my knowledge, right? And I'm continuously write. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's one form of expression, right? Wherever you are, whatever it is that you're doing, I encourage you to take a look at your life and see, how can I better express myself? What things can I begin to do that will allow me to express my truth? To no longer be confined by the things that held me my whole life. I'm going to step out the car. The reason why I'm in the car really is my battery was low as fuck. So I had to make sure that I stayed tapped in. So I'm going to transition to the grass here. Put my shoes back on. And we're going to We're going to wrap up with what I like to call a meditative moment. And these moments are vitally important for your evolution, in my perspective, because you get to learn things that are necessary for you to essentially transcend in the trance of your life. And that is how to be in peace, how to be silent. All right? Let's do that. Let's go put ourselves in the right position. Uh-oh. Let's tap in. Meditate a moment. Hopefully what we spoke about today was valuable to you. Oh, I'm not gonna go over there. Dogs over there. Dogs and some people. Oh, it looked like somebody left a journal. Say word. All right. We do this every single episode, every single cycle. Like I said, it's called a meditative moment. I'll see I'm at the park, man. Just want to show y'all real quick. Out here tapped in. Loving life. There's a lake on the other side of the hill. Take y'all over there one day when I got the battery charged and all that good shit. The meditative moment, what happens in this moment, you take this opportunity in time to tap into our inner space. So we'll spend about 5 minutes here before we wrap up. So find the silence within. Learning to be comfortable in a place that most people find uncomfortable. Silence. We'll do a little bit of breathing as an introduction, and then we'll transition from there. So as you center yourself, if you're driving, maybe pull over to the side of the road. If you're been in one position while this lecture's been going on, maybe change your position. Put yourself in a space where you can tap into the flow that's available here. Close your eyes if you're able. Begin to tap into the world within. As you breathe in through your nose, and not through your mouth, relax. This time as you breathe in twice like this before you breathe in, right? So to open up the pathways. So breathe out, relax. Breathing in again, and relaxing. Breathe in again, this time hold it at the top. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Telling your body relax. Nothing outside of you matters. The only thing that matters is what's going on in your internal space. This is the place where everything originates. The darkness of your mind is where you shine your light. Let's tap in to the world within. So take another deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth, relax. Enjoy the next 3 minutes of peace, tranquility, and enjoy your inner space. Think no thoughts, no attachments to what's going on within. Just let what happens happen. Let go, let God. as you begin to come back to your internal space, your external space. I mean, begin to wake up your limbs, maybe open your eyes. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking time to spend time inside. It's where everything originates, where everything creates from. To recognize this space, this inner space, is your sacred space. Nobody else has access to. It's where you find your truth. Salute to you for tapping into this powerful episode, knowing that it's always okay for you to express yourself, and knowing that nobody else can do you better than you. Like I was plugging before, we have a daily beasting program you can tap into every single day at 7 a.m. There's a live streams completely free for the live streams. If you want to tap in and get more value, it's a very, 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 very inexpensive program that you can tap into for less than $9 every single cycle. All right. So I highly encourage everybody to tap in. While the price is the way that it is, I'll leave a link to the website below so you can tap in there and get more insight and things of that nature. I highly encourage everybody to tap into the origins process, which comes from AZD. That's the origination process. And once again, like I said, if you're not able to tap in there, you can tap into my program. I'll get you as close as possible or get you to the point where you need to be at so that you can truly transcend and elevate your consciousness to put yourself in a level where you can tap in at the highest levels. So I myself, I am one of the originals. Not only that, I'm tapped in at the highest level when it comes to the advanced camps, things of nature, the teachings from my mentor, AZD. So I highly recommend all of that. I would not be where I am without tapping in to that knowledge and that insight and things of that nature, right? So I recommend that. I recommend you get the book. I mean, like I said, I'm leaving breadcrumbs on the path, right? So you can get my book, Purpose Over Pleasure. You can tap in with Yogi Chris. He has several different books that are available as well. And very soon, actually, an announcement that I definitely want to make is very soon we will be releasing one of the lectures, very, very powerful lectures called The Beast Code of Arms, Decoding the Beast Code of Arms, right? It's one of the very original lectures when AZD first started talking about this process. Man, so powerful, so influential. And I highly recommend everybody to tap in there. There's just, man, it's just the price for that is like, it's insane how cheap it is, really. At least the early bird price will be. And then, after the fact, I still recommend it. I think it's available for everybody. And, if you weren't there for the original process, there's a lot of people that were around then that aren't around now. And even if you were around then, I don't think you understand the value of what that is, right? Just hearing that again, I've been tapping in for the last last month. And every single time I hear the lecture, I learn something new. I'm tapping into a deeper level of understanding of the code that is within IMC Nation. So I recommend that for everybody. Highly recommend everybody tapping in on there and getting your level up, man. There's so many different ways to get it. There's so many different ways to get your level up when it comes to your spiritual evolution, when it comes to your personal development, when it comes to, just elevating life. And ultimately, a lot of what it is that we do in IMC Nation is to put ourselves in a better position to relate to the world differently. Not only just relate to the world, but relate to women. And create this proper dynamic between male and female, because ultimately everywhere we look, that's just fucked up. You get what I'm saying? If we're being 100% honest, you know what I'm saying? When we look at, all the rest of the world, we look for examples and we see a lot of people are failing, right? And so there's a proper dynamic to create there and to be able to tap into. So I recommend that for everybody. If you are not yet tapped in, I don't know what you're doing, but it's time to tap in, all right? It's the one and only master myself tapping out from IMT Nation. Be the best and fuck the rest. What I always say is knowledge of self is knowledge of wealth.